Howdy y'all, Riggs here. Welcome back to another edition of MUDDIN Mondays here on RIGGSindoors. Now, we're going to do something a little bit different. Now, we're on a map, first off, called Sector 2 by Surge46. We've checked out a few of his mods in the last little while here, and they haven't been terribly bad, and this is a somewhat new map on the workshop, so I figured I'd give it a shot. He's also got Sector 1, Sector 3. I just picked Sector 2. I don't know why. Now, as far as the trucks go, I decided to go with vehicles that you you wouldn't expect to see in Mudrunner, or shouldn't be in Mudrunner, or the author doesn't know what he's doing. I Yeah, I don't know what the model's supposed to look like that. And no, I'm not talking about the Hummer. But these are all pretty broken up at the start. This is another one of them survival maps. So what we're actually going to do is retail that. And we are going to start with the Hummer. Stop the engine. I want to talk. Alright, so let's look at... Okay, first off, it's a Hummer limousine. I don't know what to say about that. This is not something you would take off-roading. This is something that you would take down a city street. If you're going to the club from your high-end fancy home, you would not be taking this in the mud. So anyway, let's see what it's got. So it's got a mini bar. I said mini bar. There you go. Obviously, we need to have the mini bar because, I mean, getting drunk and off-roading, that goes hand in hand. What's the Yenny Love? Apparently, it brings a chick into the back seat, so we'll show her a good time. And the Paska H3, which is just like a spare tire on the rear end. So let's go ahead and hit the trail, see how it does in the mud. Now it does have two versions. One is called H3 Limo or Limousine, and H3 Limousine Best is the other one. So I just took the best version. I don't know if it's the best version or not, but it's really cruising through the mud. I'm quite shocked. And one thing I should do is turn off the gauge. Turn off the gauge. There you go. Get this watch point so we can just take a little bit of look at the map. Very cool so far. Very cool. Now, it's definitely wide enough that you're long enough that you can get over the creek. The problem is getting it up on the other side. Because it's so long, you're just going to high center on any extreme angle, and oh my goodness. Yeah, y'all saw that coming, didn't you? Let's check our trailing gear here. You know what? I am quite impressed. Oh, look at the size of that mini bar. I'm surprised nothing has spilled out. That's, yeah. Alright. So perfect interior, I would say, on the model. Oh. Now what does it do in high range? Okay, it's probably faster in autumn. Oh yes it is. It's a lot faster in automatic. Now I really should have brought up like an off-road testing map instead, but this will do. This will be fine. I really get the capabilities out of each vehicle. The problem with off-road testing facilities is that we would end up high centering this like all the time. So at least we have a chance to go cruising. Are you going to see any of these vehicles back on the channel? Probably not, especially this vehicle. Like, I do love it, but I don't love it that much. I just love the fact that it's actually here. I don't love it enough to, drive it all the time. But if I had to rate this thing on a RIGGSimeter, you know, I'll give it a 2.5. You know, I love it that much, but I'll give it a 2.5. I mean, she's not really, I mean, I took damage off, so yeah, she could be picking up damage, we wouldn't know about it. But it's only got 900 damage points. I mean, Tomcat would have that eaten up in 30 seconds. Just saying. Me, it might take 5 minutes. Maybe 6. Alright, one last test. We'll check it out in this puddle here. I thought about going across the river, but it looks pretty deep. Oh no. Oh, I thought it crashed on me. I did a live stream the other day and it crashed on me, what, 3 or 4 times? Oh, you know what? Now we got some windy corners. Oh, it doesn't like that stick. Uh-oh, we got caught up on a stick. Get through. Alright, we'll just go around the stick. I'm quite impressed in the off-roading capabilities. I thought for sure it would get stuck somewhere, but it's got enough power to get you through. Yeah. Okay, now let's check out this drone. So this is like an RC drone with wheels. Like not one of those drones you fly in the air. This is like a drone on the ground. So let's bring up the garage and see what. Oh, you can actually add that. So you can give it really a little fuel cistern, a box, a rim box, and you can give it a trailer. You know what? We're gonna give it that box and the trailer. I think that looks pretty good. Oh, I love the sound of that motor as it starts up. Wow. Okay. This is quite capable. This is very capable. You know what? This might be my new scout vehicle. Alright, we're not going to go the way we took the limo. We are going to go this way. Left or right is the question. Let's go left. Now, one thing I definitely want to see is how deep can you go in the water with this thing. We'll check that out in a bit, but you know what? That low gear is a little bit too slow for me. High gear actually is not bad. It gets a good speed. Automatic, it's really flipping quick. So we'll put that in high gear. It's actually quite capable. I mean, I want to see some obstacles. Probably should have taken it over there to see if it can climb over all them trees. But it handles really good in the mud. What does the interior view look like? Oh, wow. It gives you that little camera. That's cool. I could handle driving it like this. Whoa. It's a little bit tough. Let's go right. Wow, this feels like you're actually taking the drone and you're looking at a screen from and trying to control it. Alright, back to this view. I love how capable this is. Like, I was not expecting it to be this good. Now, I'm going to rate this right now. Like, regardless of how well it'll do. Oh, wait, we got some obstacles here. Okay. I just kind of pushed them aside. Like, I want to see some rocks, but regardless of how this thing does on the rocks, like right now, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to give this a 4.1. I was not expecting that I was going to have a vehicle with that high of a rating in here. Now, this is kind of an older mod, too. I just downloaded it the other day, like, thinking, what is this thing? Like, I'd seen it a few times and just kind of passed over it, but then I kind of had this idea for this episode. And then that Hummer came out today, and I said, you know what, I'm going to do it. Now, it's a little bit sketchy on the steering, unless you are in like a low gear. But this is still, I think this is going to be my new favorite scout vehicle. Oh. Oh boy. Does not like the water so much. I might have to take that back about the scout vehicle. No, it's actually doing pretty good. It's doing really good here. You know what? I'll keep that rating. What did I say? 4.2? 4.1? Yeah, I'm keeping this. This is going in the collection, y'all. So if you want to download, of course, the link will be in the description below. But if you want to check out the collection, there's the link down below as well. So make sure you check those out. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're just going to get it up to that watch point there. But what was funny is I wasn't getting a high water warning. So this thing might be a submarine. Which I do want to find out, but we won't find out today because I took it inland here. Alright. No! Mudrunner just crashed, y'all. Okay, just bear with me. I'll load it back up. No promises on being able to get all the vehicles back in. No, I'll be right back in, y'all. Alright, y'all, we're back. Now we're changed over to another vehicle here. Now we got Risky's GMC TopKick. Now, why is it in here, you ask? Well, I'll tell you in just a second here. What I'm going to do is just go back to windowed mode for a brief second because my Steam disappeared. There it is. So, in the description of the vehicle, it says, let's be honest, the old TopKick was absolute garbage. Being that it was in that state, I did major modifications to the truck. Okay, now before we get into what the major modifications were, yes, Risky, the old TopKick was absolute garbage. Like, seriously. Like, it made me not want to drive any more of your mods because it was garbage. And this is the first mod of yours since then that I have actually installed on my own without going into multiplayer when you happen to be on with the rest of us. Now we'll get into the modifications. Now, are they major modifications? I'll leave that up to you guys to decide. Comment below if you think each of these modifications are major or not. So, new suspension, shocks and coils in front, and leaves and shocks on the back. So, let's take a quick look at that. Let me go back to full screen mode here. There we go. Okay, there's the suspension. I do like the leaf suspension on the back. I'd prefer to see leaf suspension all the way around if you're going to do leaf suspension. And because it's only half the vehicle, for me that's not major. If it was like all the way around, same suspension, I'd say it'd be major. So it's a bit of a modification. Light textures. UV map the front lights and the top lights to look realistic and not some yellow. Okay. Alright. I like that. That looks pretty good. Now, I don't know what it looks like on the recording because my Steam Workshop is blocking my view of what I'm recording. Just so I can read all this stuff here. So, new tires. Big thanks to Froggy. Put new tires on the truck with a thick UV mat. Now, the tires are Frog's. So, Frog did the major work there. No risky. You did not. You just were gifted them and is slapped them on. And they do look good on the vehicle. I will admit that. So, you chose good on the tires. They work. Now, the body texture. Some things are black that weren't before, and the body is now white. Maybe I should have brought up the old one, done side by side, because I can't remember what the old one looked like. I mean, okay, I don't see any difference other than the fact that the truck is white and not black. That's just me. The plate. Now includes the license plate. Alright, what does the plate say? It says risky. And where's that even from? I can't read that. Okay, anyway, it's just a risky plate just to say I made this truck. Yeah, okay, so let's just go check it out real quick. Wait just a minute. What kind of add-ons does she have? A gooseneck trailer. That's it. Risky, I'm sorry, but needs more add-ons. Oh, that's cool. So it can carry logs. I like that. Oh, take off that garage, please and thank you. Where does that go? You know what? We'll take this across the bridge. Yes and no, this is probably the most realistic truck that I brought out today. Whoa. That was a sketchy turn. You really got to go a bit wide on your turns here. Which, understandable, it is a pretty big vehicle. I mean, TopKicks aren't not as big as they used to be. But they're still pretty big. Okay, I do like the way the suspension is working. That works for me. It's really moving around, picking up every little bump, but you ain't going to feel that in the cab. Now, I would like to see that leaf suspension all the way around. That would actually bump up the rating that I'm putting together in my head. Because I got to look at it as if I'm driving it, like actually in the cab, right? Let's do that. What does the interior look like? Got mud in here. Hold on a tick. Risky, you should be ashamed of yourself. There's no door in the glove box. I'm getting out of that view. Not liking how much the mud textures come up when it's getting muddy and dirty. That's not believable. It looks more like a bad paint job. Hey, look, that's where we are. Okay, so this is where we were when we crashed. And actually the drone is like right down that trail behind me. Well, whoa. Okay, so Tomcat is going to love this truck. I can't drive things that... Okay, that is way too much. Okay, even automatic is way too much for me. It's got to be in that low gear. Otherwise, oh, heck no. And with that being said, I'm going to give you guys my rating on this on the Riggs meter. Sure, I can drive it. Fine. The only thing I like about it is the suspension and the trailer that can carry logs. I mean, I love my GMC, I love my Chevy, but this one just ain't doing it for me. Like I don't see any major changes. I really don't. It's just as ridiculous as the first one, and that's why it's in this video. So, we're gonna bury this. Yeah, I thought that was gonna be deeper. My bad, y'all. Okay. Now we're on to the last vehicle, which is Redneck's 1976 Winnebago RV, and this is the off-road edition, or the monster edition. Either way, it didn't matter which one I put in. It's just going to be the same reason. You would not see a Winnebago, let alone 1976 Winnebago in Mudrunner. And right now, I'm going to tell you where the limousine has a one-up on this one. Is the fact that the limo has a full interior. This one doesn't. There's like a wall right behind the driver. I'd like to see like a couch and a little kitchenette and maybe a bedroom in the back, an access door to like a bathroom. You know, make it a little bit more believable. Right, garage. Refill it first and now bring up the garage. Which you can either put a canopy, which is probably going to crash my game, nope, or a canopy. We're not going to drive with the canopy on, so we can forget about that. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, this thing really pulls through the mud. I have driven it a couple times in multiplayer online. We actually raced this on Frogs' rally course. Oh, that's all it does, is it goes behind there. Oh, that's a shame. We gotta figure out where to take this. You know what? Let's take it up to there and see if there's another bridge we can cross. Yeah, that sounds good. Now, you really got to watch it on turns because it does turn sharp as you just saw. And if you turn it way too sharp, you're going to tip her over. And this is in automatic. Now, if we bring it up into high, it does slow down a little bit. And then here's your trailing gear. Like, it's just way too slow. So the best way to drive this vehicle is in automatic and just feather it as you need it. If you need it. I mean, most of the time you can just go pedal to the metal. And also the engine is very flipping loud. Have we come up to that yet? Okay, so that's where we took the drone out there. And yeah. This thing does not like water. Well, deep water. It's okay in here. Oh man, is it bouncy. Oh, looks like we got a river crossing up here. Okay, I'm going to show you, like hopefully it's deep enough for y'all to see. Man, I love the look of that water with this shader tool. See, I'm taking damage right there. It does not like water. Oh no, not again. Okay. I'm starting to wonder if it likes that shader tool or not. Oh, I forgot to give the TopKick rating on the RIGGS meter. I'll give it a 2.9. 2.9. And Risky is not going to be happy on Discord later. But it is what it is. I just did not enjoy that truck. Like this Winnebago is not going to get that 4.2 that the drone got, but I'm going to give it a 3.8. Like, it's a lot of fun, and I've had a lot of time to practice on it. This bridge looks like a bridge out of Battlefield 1942. Huh. Which, by the way, that would be a brilliant idea. If somebody could find a way to transfer, like, or export the maps out of Battlefield 1942 and put them in Mudrunner, that might be pretty interesting. This is a challenge for any of y'all map makers that are watching this. If you need a copy of Battlefield 42, I can send it to you. But I will want it bad, that's the problem. There's a few places where you can download it free. Alright, now we're on some actual asphalt, which is where I could see a vehicle like this being, if we brought the stock version, of course. And the Hummer would actually make a lot more sense on this road too. I don't even know where we're going. Where are we going? We're going up to that lumber mill. Okay, once we get to that lumber mill, we've gone far enough. Oh, this is a cool little village here. Alright. I do like this map, except the fact that you don't have a starting garage. This could be another fun logging map. We got a watchtower over here, but no watch point. Alright, so I think that's enough of this. Wow, I threw my parking brake on way back there and still rolled up. So anyways, if you enjoyed this video, give it a great big thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel. I do appreciate every last subscriber, and I'm going to be doing a shout out video based on if you commented on a certain video last week. So if you did, you will be getting shouted out at some point this week. And of course, all the links for the mods that I drove today are going to be in the description below. Check out the workshop collection for every vehicle that I have in there. And there's the vehicles that are going to score great on the RIGGSimeter. This vehicle, like, it scored well, but it won't be in the collection. Sorry, Redneck, I love you, bro, but you got some other trucks that are in there. So, until next time, provided I can turn this thing around and get out of here, I'll catch y'all later.